By the end of this video, you're going to understand how to release, stretch, and strengthen the overall hips to finally reduce the chronic lower back tightness, the hip flexor pain, the TFL glute medius pain, and get rid of all of it so you can perform your best. If you guys are new here, my name is Eric Barrera. We got Ali and Bella in the background. You see them all the time in these videos, but I am the founder and owner of Full Potential Coaching, where we help everyday people lose body fat, build muscle, and unlock their body's full potential so they can perform their best in and out of the gym. So let's dive right into the video. The common thing that we have a problem with is that most people, when they have chronic pain, all they want to do is just stretch, stretch, stretch. But it truthfully is not enough. So I'm gonna show you today what we call the RSS method, which is release, stretch, and strengthen. We're gonna start by releasing the glute med. Ali's playing with his toy first. So take a small ball. I have a spiky ball, but you can use a lacrosse ball, a baseball, or you can use one of these specific foam roller balls as well. We're gonna take our lacrosse ball, whatever ball it is that we're using, and we're gonna start by releasing the glutes and the glute medius. So all we're going to do is place this right under our butt, and we're going to just dig around, okay? Dig around, find tender spots. If you find an area that makes you squint your face up, you actually wanna focus on that because it means that there's adhesions in the fascia and the muscle, and there's knots in that area, okay? You can also throw this leg on top, and you're introducing a little bit of a stretch while you're releasing it. I want you to go all the way into the TFL and glute med as well. So not just the meaty part of the glute like this. And the best way we're gonna do that is by turning to our side and getting up here into the upper portion of the hip. And again, all we're gonna do is spend a couple minutes just digging around in here, loosening some of that up, breaking some of that tissue up, getting some blood flow to the area. Oh, Ollie's smacking me in the face with his tail. Watch out, buddy. Watch out, go. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side as well, okay? So we're gonna get the meaty part of the glutes all the way close to where your hamstring connects, but we're also going to turn to the side and get the sides and the upper part of the glutes as well and the hips, okay? It's gonna be pretty gnarly, guys. It should feel pretty gnarly. It's not gonna feel the best. If you find knots or tender spots, again, try to focus on those areas, focus on breathing to release some of that tissue. Okay, so we've just loosened up the glutes overall. Now what I want to focus on is the psoas. The psoas is a muscle that connects at the front of the hip here. It travels through your abdominal region and connects at the lower back. So the psoas is a very common problem for a lot of people. It is a hip flexor muscle, so it brings your knee up towards your face, but when it gets tight, because it connects behind the lower back, or into the lower back, it also extends your lower back like this. And that causes a lot of tension and discomfort in the area. So to dig into the psoas, it's a pretty tricky muscle to get into because it's very deep in the abdominal region. I can either use my same lacrosse ball, and all we're going to do is place it right about a couple inches to either side of the navel. So here and here, okay? Now, if you find like this is not enough, this is where a bigger massage ball can come in handy. Or I actually love this product here. It is called a Pso-Right. This is designed specifically for the psoas muscle to release it. It's built like this so you can get really deep into that tissue because it is a very deep muscle. Okay, so all we're gonna do, if I decide to use this, either way it works, I'll show you with both. Right on the side of the belly button, and I'm just gonna lay down on it. You can kick your other leg out like this, and all I'm doing is breathing into my belly with it, and you're gonna feel more pressure, and exhaling and melting closer to the floor to get that to dig deeper. We want to go all the way from the side of the belly button, all the way down into our hip and right into our pelvis region, okay? We're just gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna go back and forth. You can go up and down. You can go side to side to strum the psoas like a guitar string. And then you can do that all the way up to your belly button as well. And you're essentially getting right underneath that first rib. Okay, so we're gonna do this all the way through and through. Breathe, melt into it. If you find a tender spot, focus on it. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale and melt into that tender spot. Let it melt away. I personally like to lift my leg up as well because this is an extension. If I flex my glute, I'm extending my leg and it stretches that psoas a little bit more, creates a little bit more pressure in there, okay? All right, let's do the other side as well. So you wanna spend a couple minutes on either side. I'm gonna show you how to do it with the so right as well. So for the so right, it has 2 hooks. I want to put the hook that I'm gonna be working on should be on the inside of my stomach. So here, I wanna place it, if I do this side, that way this hook isn't jamming into myself as well. So other side here, so it's not jamming into myself. All right, and we're just gonna do the same thing. The big difference is that this one is freaking gnarly because it's like built for this, so it gets really deep in there. Okay, so that's already very tight. I'm just gonna focus on breathing. That's it. I'm gonna dig around. I can move it around a little bit, find where it's a little uncomfortable and just breathe through it. And I'm gonna work my way down. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna work myself all the way down into that pelvic region, kind of on the inside of that hip bone, okay? The hip bone curves like this. We're trying to get up inside of it. Right into that psoas. It's gnarly, guys, and I'm gonna go all the way down, get into that crevice of the hip bone. Got a tender spot there. I'm going to move my leg around. Have fun with it. You know, you can dig around, find where it feels most tender. Just trying to loosen some of that up, okay? And that's how you open up the psoas. That right there, literally just doing that will alleviate so much pressure, so much pain for a lot of people. I like to go ahead and hit the rest of the hip flexors. So the psoas is a hip flexor, but you have other hip flexor muscles as well. Hip flexors connect here in the abdominals. The psoas is the only one that goes to the lower back. The other hip flexors connect here in the abdominals and then connect at the quads as well. So all we're gonna do is take a regular foam roller now, and we're just going to foam roll the top of our quads and get into those hip flexors as well, just like this. I'm just gonna spend a couple minutes here. If I find a tender spot, ooh, there's one there. I'm just gonna take my time with it, focus on that region. I could even turn side to side, pluck it like a guitar string. I could do this, ooh, whatever hurts in a good way, okay? It's gonna be uncomfortable, but this will help relieve some of that tension. And then we'll do the other side as well. Same thing, you can go all the way, oops, sorry, Bella. You can go all the way up towards that hip bone, find a tender spot, focus on that region, and we're just going to dig around like this, okay? Beautiful. All right, so that is the releasing portion of the RSS method. The next portion is going to be stretching, and we're gonna focus on stretching a couple different areas that are very important to highlight in the hips. Before we get into the stretching protocol, I wanna do a shameless plug here. So if you wanna skip this, you think I'm being annoying for promoting my business, go ahead and skip 20 seconds ahead and move on with the rest of the video. But if you are somebody who feels like you could really benefit from some personalized training, nutrition, habit, and lifestyle protocols, and get the extra accountability, not just from one coach, but multiple coaches in a community that wants to see you win, then I highly suggest that you fill out the one-on-one coaching application that you can find in the description below. All you have to do is fill out that application. I will personally reach out to book a consultation call with you, which is totally free. And if everything is a good fit and I feel super confident that my team can help you unlock your full potential, then we will go from there to get you on the team. All right? Much love. Let's get back into the video. So the muscles that we want to stretch are the muscles that we just released. The glutes, TFL a little bit, the hip flexors, and the psoas. So we're going to take 3 different approaches, all right? We're going to start with the glutes first. The best glute stretch that really does work is the pigeon pose, but I want you to attack this a little bit differently. The angle of our front leg determines how much of the glute we're hitting. So when we close this angle here, it makes it very easy for me to kind of get all the way down into this position, okay? So it's really just glute maximus. If I, on the other hand, push this leg out, push it further away from this right armpit, and I make more of a 90-degree here with my knee, it attacks way more of the glute medius and the upper glute area, okay? And the reason for that is this is forcing external rotation, while the glute medius helps with a little bit of internal rotation as well. Fun fact. So what I'm gonna do is hold my foot in this position with this working hand, with this other hand, And now we're gonna breathe. When it comes to stretching, we want to focus on letting gravity do the work for us. We've already released some tension. Now we want the brain to say, okay, it's chill for me to let go of this. It's chill for me to relax this. Nice and controlled inhales and exhales. And you'll see me slowly sink deeper and deeper into the stretch, okay? So obviously you're gonna do this for both sides, and I will show you that just for the video purposes. You want to hold these stretches. I like to do 90 seconds, long holds. Let your brain turn off the tension. Let your brain let go of the fascia and the muscle that's chronically jammed up and tight, okay? So same thing here, 90 degree. I'm gonna use my hand to hold that foot into position. And I'm just gonna breathe. I'm just gonna do a couple deep breaths here for the purpose of the videos. Now, the reason that the deep inhalations and exhalations through the nose specifically are very important, and try to sink, is when you breathe through your nose, deep inhales and exhales through the nose specifically, you are really engaging the diaphragm. When you engage your diaphragm, this causes your core to expand and contract 360 degrees. And when you do this, you are teaching your body that it's okay to relax throughout all these ranges of motions when the core is expanded and when the core is contracted. Why is this important? Because when you are lifting weights, when you are doing movements that require physical strength, you need to brace your core. And when you brace your core, what you're doing is taking a deep inhale and you're bracing the Valsalva maneuver, which is really pressurizing your diaphragm and core. Guess what? It expands. So we want to be able to relax the muscle under both expansion and contraction of the core, okay? That is releasing the glutes. Now, let's move on to a little bit more TFL, still gonna hit some glutes, and we're also gonna release the QL, okay? The TFL is here on the side, glute medius is the top of the hip, and then we have the QL, which is the lower back on the side, okay? All we're gonna do is sit crisscross applesauce, and I want you to take one foot, so I'm gonna take my right foot and throw it over my left knee. What this is doing is it is pinning this knee and hip to the ground because the weight of my leg is holding it down. And now all we have to do is take this hand, so my left side is pinned, and I'm gonna take my left hand and reach across my body. I can take my right hand and reach this way too. And I'm just gonna chill, okay? You can let this drop on your head if you want. Same thing, 90 seconds. You're gonna get a really big, deep stretch here in the TFL. Big inhales, big exhales. All right. Then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Switch, left leg goes on top of the right knee. This is now pinned down. You're probably gonna find that one side is tighter than the other. This right here, I can already tell is gonna be tight on me. We're just gonna do the same thing. So now my right hand reaches across this way, my left hand reaches underneath. So much tighter for me on this side. Oh, wow, that feels crazy. That feels insane. All right, 90 seconds. Each side, we're releasing the glutes, TFL, and the QL there as well. So let's move on to the psoas. And there's one movement that hits the psoas and all the hip flexors, and that is going to be the couch stretch. So let me move my camera here. All we're gonna do is go here. I have a couch, and you want to kick one foot up, bring that knee as close to that couch as you can, and then really push through with your hips here. Let me fix my angle so you can see me. Perfect, okay? So all I'm doing to get more of a stretch on the hip flexor is I want to extend at the hip, which is going to happen by me squeezing my glute and pushing my hips forward, okay? And same thing, I'm shaking. You can't see it, but I'm literally shaking, just holding this stretch. 90 seconds, big inhales, big exhales. If you feel like this isn't enough for you, you can actually do the same approach and reach overhead while also pushing that hip forward, and you'll naturally get a little bit more TFL from this as well. I think it's too much for me right now. I can't handle that, so I'm just gonna focus on pushing my hips forward as much as I can with my glute tight. And then you can do the other side, okay? All right, if getting your knee close to the couch is too hard, you can shift your knee more away from the couch, and also you can bend over if you need to. So this is like much easier. The more upright I get and the closer I bring my knee to the bench or couch, the harder the stretch becomes. All right, so here, same thing. Go one more. Oh, wow, that is shaking. My glute is shaking, my hips are shaking, but it's because my hip flexors, my psoas are so damn tight. We have now stretched the hips 360 degrees, okay? So all the way around. Now what we want to do is strengthen. And the best exercise that we can do to strengthen the overall hips is a simple deep squat. Now, holding a deep squat for time is a great example of mobility. It is an active stretch. Not only do my quads, my ankles, my hips, my glutes, my hamstrings all get stretched while I'm in this position, but at the same time, I have to have my muscles hold a bit of tension for me to stay into this position, not fall backwards, not fall forwards, or not fall all the way to the ground. So all we're going to do is a deep squat to end this off. Feet about shoulder width apart. You can point your toes out very slightly. And all we're going to do is get into this position, okay? If your ankles are too tight and you need to elevate your heels with a book or squat shoes, that's okay. And we're just gonna hang out here, holding this for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, okay? Your brain is gonna freak out. Your body's gonna wanna tell you to get out of this. Your legs are gonna start shaking. Your hip flexors are gonna start shaking. Everything is gonna start shaking, and all you have to do is breathe. The reason you shake is because the brain is trying to figure out, do I engage or do I release? Do I engage or do I release? And it causes trembling, cramping, and shakiness, okay? But the more I can teach my brain, hey, I'm safe in this position, I'm okay here, I can hold this, I can relax, the better that pain will go away and start to subside, okay? You can do some rock backs, like I like to rock back and forth a little bit here, and really get comfortable being in this position. All right, if you hold that for 2 minutes, ooh, I can feel that already. Doing this, release, stretch, and strengthen is going to completely change the way that your hips feel and your form, the integrity of your movements, and really get rid of a lot of this chronic pain. That is how you release, stretch, and strengthen the hips and the psoas muscle. If you guys found this helpful, all I ask in return, guys, is a huge favor to please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is the best way to support me and the channel completely for free so I can keep posting more videos like this to help other people just like you unlock their full potential. Much love, and I'm very excited to see you guys in the next video and keep paving your path forward.